Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Factorio here in our step-by-step to Megabase series. In the previous episode we started the Mega module that is gonna produce 450 science packs per minute for us. At the end of the previous episode I already started hooking this up and this is the first part that I'm gonna show you. So this is kind of a future me, past me situation. Let's just go ahead and build this stuff. As a next step, I would like to hook up everything that is quite easy to hook up, such as these advanced circuits. So the first thing I'm gonna do is provide a little bit of petroleum for these machines, as well as the coal right there. And all we have to do is hop over to here, add a bunch of inserters, and we got that sorted out. I'm then gonna extract the materials with 4 inserters as well, and then we will want to bring these over. Next up, we need to provide some copper to each of the cable assemblers, which we have available right here. Now, before I actually route the belts, maybe let's take care of the power. We want to be able to hit all the beacons and at the same time also have a nice power setup. So I'm gonna keep it straight as long as possible. Let me actually move these one block up, and now we already know how we can route certain things. Like the iron needs to go through here, and I would say the easiest thing would be to bring all of the copper with underground belts. However, I think here for the last one we'll have to do a little bit of trickery. Let's now maybe take care of the iron here. We need to do a weaving pattern with the red underground belts. So the iron needs to be provided to the electronic circuit assemblers like that. And actually, this is already the end of the line. Okay, we're going to be using 2 assemblers to input the copper to the cable machines, like so. The plastic, I think, is just going to continue along here. That is going to be fine. We're going to input that. I see why I have to do some trickery here, because we're taking both of the cables and we're actually bringing this along here in order to feed it to the advanced circuits. This means I'm gonna need a full blue belt's worth of material that I'm gonna bring along here. Let's set this up here, and then I'm gonna leave 2 spaces free in order to do the weaving pattern here as well. The blue belts are gonna be bringing in the copper cables, and then the red belts will be exporting the advanced circuits. That means for the very last belt here, I'm just gonna use a red underground belt so I can also feed this guy here with the remaining copper. Then we're going to be extracting the copper cables with 3 inserters just to have the most chances to actually get the full belt compressed. I'm also going to add 2 inserters for each of the electronic circuits, and then we need to extract them. Let me think. Say we want to extract them using 2 inserters as well, but then the plastic bars are also going to be on the left side of the belt. So essentially we just have to make sure this is not the case by doing something like this, and now we have them on the right side of the belt. I think we can do this more elegantly just using a filter splitter, just like that. Now the plastic comes out the right side and then we just bring it to the belt. Good, now all that's missing are the red belts here and the inserters to import and export the materials. That means 1 red belt for each assembler needs to be reserved for an inserter going out, and the blue belts go in, red goes out. I should be able to copy this over, and this is so confusing. Yeah, paste it right there. Actually, wait, this needs to turn around. Yeah, it alternates every time. So this turns around like so. Here it turns around, here it turns around. Okay, that makes sense. Then we have blue in, red out. Okay, now all we need is a bunch more power poles in order to hopefully cover everything. And that actually looks great. Maybe also some lights. And then I think I'm already gonna try to hook this up. This way, at least in the finished modules, the flashing will stop and we can already observe how it functions. Of course, don't look at the rates right now. Without the beacons and the modules, it's just not worth it. But at least we can already check out the functionality and see if we've done something wrong. Okay, looks like we might actually get away with a nice pattern here, and we're probably gonna need additional power poles to cover for the beacons. Okay, now what are we missing? Electronic circuits. What are you missing? Copper cables. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about the inserters here. I might want to do this with 3 inserters as well. Yeah, and now we can see everything is starting to work and we get our output here, the advanced circuits. Wonderful. So all we have to do now is copy this over for each of the lines, which should be easy. One goes here, one goes there, there, and and there. We'll actually only copy it over 3 times, yeah. And now my Spidertrons can build the rest of it. How wonderful. Oh no, I forgot the red belts. At some point, I'm gonna need a Spidertron army that is gonna be able to build one of these modules in one go. That would be amazing. But we can still go ahead and hook up the missing links here. You go there, you go here. Let's maybe keep this even. Same thing here. You go there, and we get those materials incoming. Can you see just how convenient this is going to be to build? But I just wanted to get the principle of the blueprint out of the way and how we're gonna build this. So maybe 2 episodes to complete it. With that out of the way, I would suggest we're gonna turn to the next module here, which are the low density structures. They require some copper, steel plates, and plastic bars. The plastic bars we're gonna create identical to the upper versions. So we just add a pipe, supply this with the necessary petroleum. However, this time around, I'm gonna supply the coal right here at the bottom. We can go ahead and input these right away and then export it at the top there. The plastic bars will be split up. 1 row is gonna go down. Now let's see, I actually need to manage to combine this with the steel. Let's see, if we hop over here, I should be able to do just that. Now we're only gonna need half a belt of steel, but a little bit more plastic. So we are dividing the plastic up. It will go up and down, but the steel will only be on the top portion. So if I hook this up right here, and maybe we already get some power in the joint. Let's see, can we? Yeah, we can do this quite conveniently. So plastic will go down and up. I need to move this back a little bit so I get more space. And this way I can start the weaving pattern here with the red belts. And this will continue all the way to the very end. And now the thing is, with this many assemblers, we are gonna require more than 1 entire blue belt worth of copper plates. So what we have to do is get 1 line to be input here from the top. Half of the machines should be supplied with that. And then we're also going to take a secondary belt, bring this all the way over and feed it into the other side. So maybe let's do the first part right here. I need to be able to hop all the way over there. Ooh, that's not enough space. Okay, so let's get rid of 1 inserter here and do that. We have a total of 15 machines, so I'm gonna supply 8 or so with this first blue belt of copper plates. And that will be 8, okay? And the other one would be coming in from the other side, like so, supplying the rest of the machines. So let's continue this copper belt here. Let me see, we'll have to avoid the plastic belt. So maybe we're first gonna bring this one down and all the way over. In the center, this would also be where we extract the low density structures on the other side of the belt. And then of course we also need an inserter that will be bringing in some more plastic. So we have plastic at the top and at the bottom, but only steel at the top. So let's also make sure to hook up a blue and a red belt to each machine. Let's keep these together and do that. So we can always hook up a set of 4 of these inserters. Let's also go ahead and start hooking up the power poles. We need to do it like so, and this way we also know how we can route the second copper belt. Oh, actually this doesn't leave us enough space to route the belt, so I'm gonna go with other power poles. Yeah, I think what we can do is move some of these inserters over so they are more tightly packed. And this means I have the space for a substation. Ooh, wait, can I do it this far? No. Yeah, I have to start the substation right here. That makes more sense. I could do it by sacrificing some of the machines so they don't get the plastic from the bottom, which wouldn't be the worst of ideas because they get the plastic from the top and we just need a little more than half a belt. So not the entirety of the lower belt is technically necessary. That means we can get the next substation in right there. And the last one would be right there. I can easily hop over here, and then right here we're gonna sacrifice 2 more inserters. I can kind of see this working, and this way we now have the copper out of there and we can actually ship it to the other side. Wonderful. Just a couple of underground belts to go below the substations. And then I think finally at this point we just wanna sort out the materials so plastic doesn't continue anymore, only the low density structures will. So this will be our output right here. Let's go ahead and copy this over for the lower row as well. So all of this, please come to Papa, and it get pasted right back in. Oh yeah, that's what I want to see. And now everything should already start to work. What are you missing? Coal? Hang on. I had the pipe in the way for the other one, but this is actually the last station that requires the petroleum. Okay, very good. I think this build is completed as well. I'm just missing the lights. Yeah, let me actually fix that. You get some lights here and there. I like that. And then that should be it, right? Let's go ahead and also give this power. One power pole here, another one there. That should cover everything. And we are gonna hook it up to this guy. Yes. Oh no, it doesn't cover everything. That's not good. Okay, nice. Just water is missing. Where's my water? Please. Are you serious? I really forgot this pipe. Okay, so now we are actually producing the sulfuric acid and it is all going into these pipes and it will continue along here. I think we're ready to set up the next module. This one should be fairly easy, though the output is going to be immense since we're going to be getting one entire belt's worth of electronic circuits from each of these sections. At the bottom here we have two inputs. The iron plates of course only have to go to the electronic circuits, so maybe we can already initiate that by doing something like that, and then we'll have to bring these along. Now the problem is we'll also have to extract the electronic circuits somehow. As a matter of fact, we're going to be needing two inserters to get all of the circuits out in time, and we're going to be doing that somewhat like this, hopping over the beacon and that as well. Now I can go ahead and copy this over for each machine, get two inserters to get these out of there, and then of course we can just hop over here with the iron. Get another inserter inbound into each electronic circuit assembler. Now we just need to provide the copper, which of course is going to go all the way over here, and I'm going to be using two inserters to supply these. And I will be using 3 inserters to get them from the cable assembler to the electronic circuit assembler. Maybe set up a light here and there. Okay, how are we going to power this? I can probably do something convenient like this. Yeah, let's just do that. I know this is gonna hook up in a weird way. Yeah, we'll just have to use some copper cables to get these extra connections out of the way. There we go. That already looks much better. Okay, that seems to be working. We're getting everything, and then the electronic circuits will be extracted. We want to bring them together, merge them on one belt, get this down here, then maybe get these on this side of the belt. I'm gonna do something similar here on the other side. Yeah, I can probably just merge it. Get this down here, complete the belt, and that should be good. Okay, maybe I can now go ahead and just copy this over. If I'm lucky, everything is gonna add up. Looks like it will actually. Nice. Copper is incoming, iron is incoming, circuits are outgoing. Wonderful. And of course the circuits are gonna go all the way over here to where we need them at the processing units. That means we should be able to copy this in one more time. Oh yeah. Get these belts merged together and we should be done. Wonderful. This seems to be working, already creating quite a bunch of electronic circuits despite the fact we don't have productivity modules or speed modules. But all of that is going to change and improve. Okay, the next thing I probably want to take care of are the processing units. We already have sulfuric acid, we have the electronic circuits, so we just need the advanced circuits to bring them down in a proper manner. Now I think we can do this quite easily by hopping over the beacon or under the beacon. I'm just gonna stick to over, but there would be my beacon, so we go over here and then somehow join up with the next belt. If we did something like this, we can even get rid of the power pole. This is not necessary, the lower one is taking care of that, but this way we already have the circuits on both sides, and then we're just gonna continue down here. Well, I need to keep that in, but now we do the same thing with the lower two. That means the first one is gonna go down here and the second one would be going over, allowing these guys to join. Okay, I would then bring these down and probably merge with the other side. Let me actually think. I already know that I'm going to be needing some more circuits right here, so we need to split this off at some point. Yeah, let's go ahead and split this off right here. So one line can continue and go up again, and then the other one would continue here as well. Let's maybe keep this even, and then this would go into here. And this way we have a little bit more than a blue belt's worth of advanced circuits. Another thing I would like to do is for the electronic circuits to continue here. Let's say on the left side, electronic circuits, that's all I want to see right here. and this will continue into a belt like so. And this is actually a little addition I made during the debug phase. I need a tiny amount of electronic circuits as a surplus in order to supply this chain. So eventually we'll have some circuits coming in from this side as well, and this is why I left a little space there to remind me of that. And then all I have to do is copy this over for all of the advanced circuit outputs, bring this line all the way down, and I have plenty of additional circuits that I will be able to use for these modules here, productivity level 1. I'm also going to be needing some sulfur and advanced circuits for the chemical science pack, and this is why we have this line going up. And I think I wanted to meet them right here. So they are coming together. Yeah, I think what I need for them is to end up here, so I can route them between the inserters all the way to where we need them. And that means technically they could meet together right there and we would be fine. So give me all of that. And then the rest of the stuff here can continue just like that. Now, there are a few moments where we probably need to split this up. Like right here, I'm going to be needing the electronic circuits. So I want to split this up and bring it right over. It's going to be needed somewhere there. I then also need a line that is combined with electronic circuits and advanced circuits. And this is what is going to happen right here. I'm going to bring these down and bring them together. They will have to end up somewhere here. I'm not yet sure how I'm going to route these. Maybe I'm just going to go like so, but there is other stuff I need to consider. Yeah, there are batteries I still need to bring up. So I cannot really tell how I'm going to do this, but we already know this line is going to go right here. Okay, the main thing is we now have access to the circuits, which is good. That's exactly what we need for the processing units. Let's for now just bring these straight down, though they will have to hop over the beacon at least. And then we're going to bring these down and distribute them amongst the machines. All we need to do is also give them access to the electronic circuits. There's just going to be one line of circuits per machine, but it should just be enough. It doesn't mean that all the machines are active all the time, but overall we should be processing enough units this way. And now I can just ship the red circuits over quite easily, and of course hook them up with an inserter as well. Now there's one more thing left to do, and that is actually give them access to sulfuric acid, which I already have prepared right here. Wait a second, I totally forgot to build the piping job here, but like that we should end up at the sulfuric acid pipe. Wonderful. And that means they got all the ingredients. Isn't that great? Now, I wonder, what are the power requirements here? Max consumption 13.6 kilowatts and the stack inserter 133 kilowatts. I guess if we want to fine-tune it, then let's go with appropriate inserters. So maybe once we start to debug this in this world, we might exchange some of the inserters with lower tier ones. But as for the belts, I'm just gonna go with blue, doesn't matter. Wait a second, looking at this, we might be able to use some substations. Yes, indeed. Okay, gonna have my first substation here and then another one right there. And that's all we need. Let's bring these together here somewhere in the center. Thinking about the beacons, I might want to start with my power poles a little bit earlier. So if I move this over here, I could have my first one going there. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. I just kind of wanted it to line up with this guy here. And now we have the processing units going up, which we are gonna need for these guys. But maybe let's just make sure this actually functions. Are we getting everything that we require? No, sulfuric acid. Totally forgot about that, but it is here. So we just have to hook up the pipes and all these guys can get to work. Now, in order to build the speed modules here, you can already see what I intend to do. The surplus of the circuits we're getting here, we are going to be using for that. So they're going to be coming up here. And then I guess we could connect them like so. And they are going on one belt, therefore feeding all of these. Just a little stack inserter, so that was a rather easy section here. Then some normal inserters to extract them. And then we can probably continue our spiel here with the substation. And I want to go ahead extract this towards the right side. So this is where it's going to go. We're going to be needing the speed modules also for the control units. So we have processing units and speed modules. Let's bring these guys up here. You know, I kind of wanted to do a weaving pattern from one side and then from the other side we feed the processing units. But maybe we can do this in one go somehow. Say we rotate this around so it goes into this direction. all we have to do is come down here and then use underground belts to get somewhere. Yeah, I would just have to leave a little bit more space. So let's say this goes up a little bit earlier. I can use an underground belt here in order to... I cannot get up there. If I move the inserter over a little bit, we might be able to do it. Yeah, this is actually not a bad idea. So as of this point, you move into the other direction, and this would then continue along here and move up as well. Now I can split this up, continue this, and still have enough space in order to merge these two lines. Okay, I think that is actually much better. And then I can just feed this to all of these machines. That sounds pretty reasonable. We got our first modules incoming here. That is looking good. They're combining together on the belt. And now the control units are being built. And now all we have to do is bring this up to the next line of assemblers. And I'm gonna be feeding them from the top this time. Very nice. I actually like that. And I think we might even need fast inserters for these guys. Once we set up the speed modules, it's gonna go crazy. But now we can bring all of these guys together. You come from this side. Yeah, I'm not so sure about the power poles. I might not get them absolutely perfect all the time. Though maybe this one here we can fix a little bit. It just needs to move one over and that will be fixed. Very nice. That is actually a huge part out of the way. Let's take care of the batteries. Sulfuric acid and some copper and iron plates. I have the copper and iron plates here. Also, the sulfuric acid can continue here and then go right into the machines quite easily. Hook you all up. And then we also bring along those precious materials. Now let me see. Yeah, we can even do this quite elegantly. You come up here and there and feed the machines. Some inserters for you guys, and the batteries are also being produced. How wonderful. Batteries will be exported out this way, probably with fast inserters as well. Let's do it here. Yeah, sometimes we have to make some symmetrical sacrifices. What you gonna do? The batteries, I already know they need to end up somewhere here. So I think what we could do is move around there and hop over here. Ooh, actually, yeah, we still have to do some wiggling shenanigans, but this way we end up where I want them. Now, before I forget, let's also set up some lighting for these modules, just so it is also nice to look at during the night. However, now it's time to take care of the last intermediate material before in the next episode we're gonna do all of the science packs, but we've done now basically everything except the science packs. So that's a huge portion out of the way. However, now we need access to light oil, which I'm having right here. And I'm gonna bring these up all the way to the solar panels. Let me actually do it from this side. I want them to be spaced out more evenly here. Good, now we can continue up like so. Gonna need some light oil here and also there. Yeah, I think we can just go ahead, connect it like so. That's the easiest. And connect these as well. So they are actually facing each other. I'm gonna extract some here and extract some there. Light oil is all we need for that. So all we need to take care of is the extraction part. And we should be able to take care of that with one stack inserter. I should then be able to bring this under the beacons or over the beacons. Oh no, I did it again. This is actually not convenient. You know what? I'm gonna turn these guys around. So let's forget about the pipes on this side. Wait, I already had them turned around. So pipe goes here. That makes much more sense. Let me grab those inserters. You come to Papa. Oh yeah. So all we need are some good old power poles, not too many even, just two. I love these substations. Okay, looks like we got the factory running. Ooh, actually solid fuel takes a long time. Let's switch to fast inserters, even though we're gonna be adding beacons, but I think this is gonna be good. Ooh, we might be lacking the power at this moment. Yeah, of course, that was why it was so slow. Oh my gosh, I need to send my Spidertrons to build me some more solar panels. I mean, I'm building these solar arrays like crazy, but what can I say? It's never enough. Either way, while we're at it, I would suggest we're also gonna hook up the rocket fuel, and all we need for that is the solid fuel that we are producing here. Let's maybe do something like that. We're gonna go over the beacon and then merge them together on a single belt. Now I'm gonna be adding the solid fuel with a weaving pattern so we can also extract the rocket fuel in the end. And also, before I forget, I will have to split them up one more time so we can also feed the system at the bottom. Yeah, this will definitely also have to go here. We should be good right here using the red belts as the input. So let's do our weaving pattern, and of course finish the weaving pattern with blue belts to get them out. I will add the very same thing here at the bottom. Yes, let's see, blue is input, red is output. Okay, we can deal with that. Hold on, it's the other way around. Red was my input and blue my output. Red in, blue out, and now I can copy this, rotate it for every other guy. Yes. Okay, nice. I can totally deal with that. We'll have the rocket fuel on the right side of the belt, and with the other belt joining like that, we have it on both sides. Now we will be getting way more than we can actually handle, so what I have to do, if we add some splitters, I can just input the materials this way, so they will be distributed on both sides of the belt. So I should do this in as many spots as possible, so half of the stuff is going to be distributed a little bit better. This actually makes a lot of sense. I'm going to be doing that and even sacrificing the lights. I just want these materials on either side of the belt. Good. Now I guess all we have to do is power these up and they should be ready to go and function. And I'm also producing the rocket fuel that will continue up somehow. Now, one thing that isn't clear yet is how am I gonna bring the rocket fuel over here? I have to have a plan for this. And honestly, the easiest might just be to hook this up more properly so that I don't need as many pipes. Yeah, this would totally allow me to kind of underground belt this and have it end up on this side, which is gonna lead to the rocket silo. The only problem is this little corner right here. What a little booger. Maybe we can get rid of that, make this a little bit earlier so I can actually belt this over. Yeah, I think that's gonna be fine. Okay, not too shabby. I like how far we've gotten. Everything is powered up that needs to. Well, we're only producing enough energy during the day, despite the fact I already have 21,000 solar panels. What can I say? The most important part is we now got most of the intermediate materials out of the way. So the entirety of this part of the factory is done, apart from the modules and the beacons that we still need to add. And then in the next episode we can do all of the science packs, including the science station, and that should actually conclude everything that we need to do in terms of belt management and crafting chains. Then we'll have to make sure to actually harvest enough resources. I mean, once we get this going, we need 1.3 gigawatts to keep it enabled. And we are also gonna constantly be using up about 11 lines of the copper. So it's going to be crazy, and what we currently have going on in terms of resources is of course not enough. But this is a build for the future. This is going to be our main source of science packs, and so we'll need to be slightly patient until this can run at full capacity. But with that out of the way, I would say we're gonna wrap it up for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Have a great time, and hopefully I'm going to catch you in the next one. Bye bye.